Welcome to this webinar. I am CA Abdul Rafiq. I am delighted to welcome you all to this webinar. Let's get started. Once again, welcome you all to this webinar series on Automate to Accelerate Progress. This is a webinar in which we'll cover key features and updates in E2TallySoft. The learning objectives: why to automate import to Tally. Second, we look at how to automate import to Tally. Third, we'll have a walkthrough of the functions of E2TallySoft. And four, we'll look at the demo of the key features of E2TallySoft. Let's minimize and move on. Okay, sorry. Let's come back again. The four learning objectives we have set for this webinar are: why to automate import to Tally. Second, how to automate import to Tally. Third, walkthrough of the functions of E2TallySoft. And the fourth and most important feature of this webinar, where we could be spending about 40 to 45 minutes, is on the demo of the key features of E2TallySoft. I got some practical case studies where I'm going to show you how not only simple but even complex formats can be converted using E2TallySoft. This is a vision of a company. We aspire to be a global leading solution provider in data analytics for empowering professionals to realize the potential by applying thought to technology. Our mission is to revolutionize assurance, compliance, and consulting services by providing powerful tools and techniques for performing data analytics, BI, and DAI. And our primary focus is on the CAs and the CXO community. We develop innovative solutions, and our focus on our solutions should be of such a type that you can scale up and provide services at a larger scale for your clients, so that you can provide greater value addition with higher use of technology. This is what we believe in. Our solutions are made for the new digital age auditor, and we help you to future-proof your career and accelerate growth. This is our resolve for 2021 and beyond. So if you look at the simple hashtag, make insightful analytics simple. That is the core philosophy with which we work in all our solutions. Now let's look at why to automate import to Tally. I'm going to quickly cover this because I'd like to spend more time on the demo. The webinar will take 60 minutes max. What is the problem statement? Creating masters and data entry in Tally requires time and expertise. Second, we're looking at, is there a faster way and easier way for creating masters and entering transactions in Tally, or can we automate this process? The data exported from Tally to Excel is not properly formatted to facilitate analysis. Now, can we export the masters and the transactions and reports from Tally in a structured format so that we can do further analysis as required? This is where we provide a solution, E2TallySoft. E2TallySoft stands for Excel to Tally. So it is an automated solution which is an add-in software to MS Excel for importing masters and transactions of accounting, inventory, cost center, and billwise from MS Excel to Tally in a few clicks. In addition to that, we also help you, as I said, export the masters and vouchers from Tally to Excel in a structured format. So automate input to Tally, we have found, is faster than the RPA solutions which are available in the market. Most of the RPA solutions which are available take time to configure. They're expensive. Not only that, they actually mimic the human system, which means you give them the data in an Excel template, they'll read the transaction row by row, they'll open Tally and enter the transaction one by one and save it. Whereas in our case, we provide the masters and the vouchers, whatever is selected, and directly we give it in the format which is required for Tally, which is the XML format. So directly it goes into the database of Tally, and Tally recognizes, doesn't make a distinction between what is manually entered and what is directly given to it through the XML request. So if you understand this, this is a simple thing. We have data which is in Excel template. We use E2TallySoft. It could be for masters of the vouchers, and we are able to convert or import it to Tally. It supplements the powerful features of Tally with the simplicity of MS Excel. You can import to or from Tally thousands of transactions in a few minutes. I'll give a demo a little later. In fact, very shortly. Who can use it? Any user of Tally software. And if you're a professional who provides accounting services, definitely this provides definite value addition. How? You select the module or functions from E2TallySoft and import the masters and vouchers from MS Excel worksheet into Tally in a few clicks. When to use? Whenever you find there's a need to automate importing masters or vouchers from Excel to Tally, you can definitely do it. Secondly, we also have export specific or related masters or vouchers from Tally to Excel. Whenever you have these two requirements, you can definitely use the software. What can you do with E2TallySoft? This summarizes the discussion so far we had. It automates the import of masters or transactions from MS Excel to Tally so that you avoid manual data entry and the related errors. Thus, you can save time and money and increase the productivity of your team. Now let's move to the next learning objective, how to automate import to Tally. There are a lot of solutions which are available in the market which help you to automate import to Tally. And we have found ours is the simplest solution. Let us not boast about it. I'll show you so that you can take a call on yourself. What are the 7 key features? Automate import in bulk from Excel to Tally using standard templates of data of masters and vouchers. We have provided more than 70 standard templates in our software, which you can download and use. And the templates are in 2 formats with sample data and ready to fill data, which means just the column is there. You can add the data and import it. Not only that, one unique feature of a software is we also have the features of functions called as convert to vouchers, which means the data may not be in a standard template. You have the data in Excel. I'll show you a little later, very complex format. For example, a Hyundai dealer has got a software which is provided by Hyundai in his factory or workshop, and the software generates the daily billing. So from that billing, let's say the service 70 cars in the workshop, it generates details of all this information in Excel report. Now from the Excel report, they were manually entering the data for each of the 70 bills. Now I'll show you a little later how this can be automated using E2TallySoft, whereby you can convert all the 70 vouchers. In one click, you can convert this to Tally vouchers, and then you can import into Tally. You can import masters of vouchers accounting, inventory, cost center, bill-wise as applicable from MS Excel to Tally. You can also export masters of voucher reports from Tally to Excel in a structured format for analysis. You can also export masters, vouchers, trial balance, and consolidated trial balance of multiple companies. It also maintains automatic log of the activities performed for future reference. You can generate specific company info, statistics, and index worksheet for documentation. And it also has got some additional features for validating the number patterns of PAN, TAN, GSTN, and any other standard formats. How to use E2TallySoft? This is very simple. 4 steps. Open Tally, select the company and the period for which you want to import the data. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of E2TallySoft. These 2 things are very, very simple. Once you've done that, you need to click on the specific function and use the relevant options. Once you've used it, you need to review the results and confirm whether the results are as required. Now let's go to the third topic, walkthrough of functions of E2TallySoft. Now these are the functions which are there. You've got these panels: configure, profile, documents, template, validate, import to Tally, export to import, convert to vouchers, import from vouchers. These are the panels. Now if you look at the functions, this gives you the list of functions which are available for each of them. This is also available on a website. Let me show you a website. If you go to a website, products and solutions, you go to E2TallySoft. This gives you the complete overview of what is the software all about, what I talked about, how to use. In addition to that, you've got videos, including the webinar recordings and the demo. You also have customer presentation. Now, if you go further in this, if you see here, you've got the intro of what is E2TallySoft all about. Then we have What is E2TallySoft? This is what I showed you in the PPTs. We have put this information available. And then we have why use E2TallySoft. And then we have how to use E2TallySoft. This is what I said, the 4 simple steps. In addition to that, I'll also show you the detailed step one by one, accounting, inventory, convert to vouchers, etc. And then we have got the key features of the software. This is what I talked about, the 7 key features. And then we have the functions. This is what I was talking about. If you see here, this PDF file embedded in the website will give you the complete list of all the functions which are available. This is a quick reference guide which tells you for each of the panel, each of the menus and the function, what does each of the function do. So this becomes a quick reference point for you. For example, if you see here, we have the configure panel under which you got open tally, company info and system info. You got the profile panel in which you got general info, master info, index sheets. Then you have the document panel where you have the Excel log, activities log, import log. Then you have the templates. This is where we provide the templates for the masters and template for the vouchers. And we also have sample template for the invoice. Then you have validate. This is where before importing, you have to validate the data. You can validate the masters of the required type. You can validate vouchers. You can validate the patterns. This is what I talked about. Import to tally. This is where you import the masters, vouchers, and you can also see the statistics of the vouchers which have been imported. Export to import is a new feature we added where you can export the data from one tally, version of tally. Let's say a client is maintaining some data. He gives the data to you, or he exports the data and he gives you an Excel template, and he gives you an Excel or XML template. You can import it into your software and into Tally software, and then you do further additions. Convert to vouchers. This is where you have, we give you various formats for converting the vouchers. Then you have configure and create. I'll show you a little demo a little later. And then you have convert to vouchers, where you may have vouchers pertaining to sales or sales return, purchase or purchase returns, services or JVs, bank statement, receipt payment, salaries. Or you can also map vouchers with standard format and convert it. This is what I said, import from Tally, which means from Tally, you can import the daybook transactions, ledger vouchers, cash transactions, bank transactions, or the cash and bank transactions. You can also import from Tally the trial balance of different types. You can also import from Tally the sales registers, which include the sales vouchers, sales extract, columnar, inventory, etc. This is a complete list of all the features which are available in E2TallySoft. This is what has been given here. Convert to vouchers. Yes. Now, before I go further, let me just go to the Excel sheet so that you can have a look at the software. Now, this is Excel sheet. Now, if you come to E2TallySoft, you see here, this is what I talked about is the configure. You have the company. You can add the name of the company that will become a part of your statistics. So it means for every report which is printed, this name of the company will be printed in the report. So this is already available. Okay. Select the state. Okay, company details, company info, original, let's say. You can also upload the logo. We'll check it out. So this is, once you save this, this will be added as a part of the company. And you also have context sensitive help for each of them. So for each of the functions, we have a detailed help. Okay, for templates, for example, what are templates, for masters, what you have. So you have help which explains in detail how the software works. Okay, let's come back here. This gives you the system info at one glance. Then you have the general info. Let's say I open company, I can get the company info, company features, all this I can get. I can also get the master info, which means I want the list of ledgers, ledger groups, all the types for accounting, inventory, cost center, compliance. These are all the various types of masters which are available in Tally. And all this in single click, you can export into Excel, and this becomes a part of your audit documentation. You can also use it for review. Then I said Excel log. This maintains the list of all the functions you have performed in Excel. Now you have the activities log, which maintains the list of all the activities you perform. For example, if you see here, I did testing with the demo company, import masters, import vouchers to confirm whether everything is working. Now the import log will open the import log, all the import which has been performed inside Tally right from the inception to the latest date. Now you see 8 April at 4:23, I have done the import to test the functions, some of the functions. Okay, let's come back further. Now these are the templates. Now let's get started with the template. I'll come to this little later. Now you got these templates: master's voucher invoice, validate, master's vouchers statistics, and then export to import. This is where you got various types of format. We have a separate function configure and create. I'll come to this later. And then you have convert to vouchers and map vouchers. And this is where you import all the data from Tally to Excel. And you have the help options. Now, if you see here, this gives you the complete list of the panels and the functions which are available. Let's come back to our presentation. So this is what now we come to the most important part. Good that I finished within 16 minutes the basic introduction. Now I'm going to spend a significant amount of time to give you the demo of the key features of E2TallySoft. Let me get started with demo of import of masters and vouchers. Now these are the 7 steps. Get the steps very, very simple. Open Tally and select the company. Open MS Excel and click on tab. Download templates. Now let's get started with this. One, open Tally. Now let me see if I have open Tally. Now you see here I'm using Tally Prime. I open Tally. Right now I'll come to this a little later. Open Tally. Now in this case, now this demo company I've already created. Now if I go to DSS, see I've already imported the created the ledgers, groups, ledgers, stock group, etc. Similarly, I also imported the vouchers. I'm going to recreate this again. So now let's say in this case, I wanted to open a new company. So I'm going to create a new company. Let me call this as webinar April demo. Okay, this is the name of the company. I'll select my state as Karnataka. I have the sample data from April 19. So I'm going to use this April 19. Okay, accept, which means now a company is getting created. Now it says maintain accounts or inventory. Here I can select the options. Based on that, I can import the data. So I can get the GST details. Okay, with this, my company has been created successfully. Now, if I go to, let me shut the company so that we don't have any confusion. The company which I don't want as of now, because I'll be using only one company. What happened to my shut company? Shut company. I have to select demo company. Yes, it's closed. Yes. Now I have got webinar demo company. Yes, yes. Now if you see here, I have the default groups, ledgers, 2 ledgers, and then we have no vouchers in this. Okay. So it means this could be a new company in which you're importing data, or it could be an already existing company. Okay. So in this case, if you see the first step, what did I say? Open Tally and select the company and period for which to import data. We already done that. Okay. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of E2TallySoft. Now let's come to Excel. Now here I open, click on E2TallySoft. What is that I would like to do now? I would like to use the data which is available in templates master. I'll do for this time, for this purpose now, I'll do accounting. I say open. Yes, now I have this masters. Now this gives you the guidelines how to use the software. I've got the groups, ledgers, and voucher types. Okay. Now my first job, now I've already gone through this. This is sample data. I can use the sample data or modify the sample data as per the head of accounts, as per the chart of accounts, as applicable to the company. Okay. Now let's come to the next step. So it will download template of sample data, masters, review, and relevant data. So it means I create the data. Now in this case, I have picked up accounting. I can use the sample data or ready to fill. Now here in this case, I'm using the already filled data because I want to save time. I want to import this. Okay, next. I have to download the template. Now import the master data of groups, ledgers, and voucher types or all, and review the result in Tally using statistics. Let's come and import. Let's see how much time it takes. Now this is what we got. Now I've already got statistics which shows now there are 69 groups, 258 ledgers, and 25 voucher types. Now if you see here, there are 25 voucher types. Ledgers, if you see totally I got 258 ledgers, and groups. If you see, I got 69 groups. Okay, now let's get started with the process. Now I want to import the masters. I come to E2 TallySoft. It's very simple. If you see here, I got the template. From the template, I filled up the data. I can do the validate. In this case, validate comes in later. I'll not do the validate. I want to import the masters. Or I can also create the data, master data, do the validation, and then I can do the import. Okay. Or what we have also done is in the import to Tally itself, we have kept the validate functions. So by default, we will validate. Now let's say we want to import the masters. By default, it's already selected that this particular workbook has got 3 worksheets, groups, ledgers, and voucher types, which can be imported because they are in that format. If the cost centers bill-wise attendance is there, that also would have been selected. Now this import to Tally, I said import to Tally. I say okay. Now just see, it's very, very simple. Always keep the company which you want to import open. I say okay. Now it started importing. Groups are already done. Now it's importing 256 ledgers already been imported. 2 default ledgers. Now see, just as we're speaking, all these ledgers and companies have been created in no time. It also creates the statistics. Now if you check the statistics, this is what has been created. Now let's come to Tally and confirm whether this is correct. Now remember, earlier we didn't have. Now if you see here, I got 69 groups and I got 258 ledgers. And then I got stock groups. I don't have any stock groups, and I got 26 voucher types. Now if you come to balance sheet, or let's say I come to display and I look at the trial balance, now if you see the trial balance will Tally. Alt F1 will give me the detailed trial balance. Now if you see here, I got, these are all the trial balance. The trial balance is perfectly tallied because in the masters, I also included the opening balance. If you see the ledgers here, I also include the ledgers. This is how you can enter the opening balance also. Okay, so it means now with this one step, we have imported the masters. Not only that, we have confirmed that the data is available inside Tally, has been correctly and completely imported to Tally. Now just imagine if you have to do this manually, how much time it would have taken. Now we have been able to do this in a few seconds. Now let's come to the next step. Now we want to download the template. Now all masters are created. Our primary purpose to import the vouchers. So we download the template of sample data vouchers, review and add the relevant data in the worksheets in the required format, and then we import the voucher data. Okay, let's perform step 5 and 6 now. Now here, the master's job is over. We close this. Now let's go to the templates. Where are the templates of vouchers? Here, vouchers. Now this is, I want to pick up only accounting now. I say yes. Here it gives you the guidelines. I have all types of vouchers here. Now if you see here, I got voucher types of sales, credit note, debit note, all this you can have. There are other software which give you for different format, different things. Now we have put everything in one format. Okay, this is the format. All these columns, if you see which are in red, which means these are mandatory fields. Now these are the other data which is captured. If the data is available, it will be captured. In the case of mandate data, data should be available. In the case of optional data, now in this case, transaction type, this is applicable only in case of banking transactions. Other cases, it doesn't validate. Other cases, whatever data is available will be imported. Right? Now I've got this, look at statistics. We have totally 916 vouchers. Okay. Now let me come to Tally. I don't have now, if you see here, yes, you find there are no vouchers. Now we're going to do the magic of importing that all the vouchers. Now if you see here, this will take a few minutes. There are 916 vouchers. Now let's see, how do we import this? Very simple. I come to E2 TallySoft. Now I have to come to import to Tally vouchers. Now it's saying that do you want to import this accounting? It's already, I can also decide it should be auto numbering, which means whatever number is set from Tally, automatically it'll take the numbering from there. I say okay. Now it's always preferable to keep the company which you're importing the data open. That is the only company should be open. It says webinar Apple demo. Yes. Let me bring to the front. Yes. Yeah. Now I got this. I say okay. Now Please validate before importing. Click to validate. So by default, it will validate, or I can also do a validate. When you do the validation, it will also identify if there are any errors in the ledgers not available, or the voucher type not available, or the debit and credit doesn't tally. All this type of validations are done. I said, please validate. Now this is where it's validating. The validation takes a few seconds. Now it's checking whether validate ledgers are available, voucher types are available. Now it started import. Now let's say it's 1725. Let's see, 916 vouchers are being created. Let's see how much time it will take to import 916 vouchers. Now we have imported cases of 10,000 vouchers where a client had data which is available in a ERP software. It's an international NGO, and they had exported from the daybook for the daybook of the ERP software, and the auditor wanted this in Tally. See, in less than a minute, we have been able to create this 916 vouchers. Now it also gives you the statistics of what are the vouchers which have been imported. Now let's confirm. See, this is the original statistics we had. This is the stats which has been added. Now if you look at the total number here, 916. Now I can't believe this is done. So let me go to Tally and cross check. I come to Tally. I say yes, statistics. Now you see the magic here. 916 vouchers have been created. Now in this case, I have given only 1 and 2 dates, because earlier I used to use the demo version where only 2 dates should be allowed. It can be for any date, for example, credit note. Similarly, now I wanted to look at the data and see what is the difference between the data what you entered and the data which is available here. There's no difference. We just give the data to Tally in a XML format, all the data elements which are required, and Tally takes it, captures it, and stores it. And when you want any report, it displays this. Now, if you see, there are cases where CA has got an accounting assignment where he had to import data of about 2,000 vouchers, and for about 1 year he had to maintain the accounts, and he used a software. He was able to convert the data. It took about half an hour to convert the data for all the 12 months, and he was able to import. So the masters, everything had to be created. Within about 3 hours, he was able to create the 24,000 vouchers. What would have taken probably about 2 months of data entry was done in less than three hours. But you need to learn how to use. Now I also showed you it's very, very simple to use. Now let's look at the balance sheet and see whether, let's finish this. Now if you see the payment, there's a payment vouchers. So there's absolutely no difference between what you get inside Tally and what has been imported. You can't even make a distinction. What is important, what is created inside Tally. Once the data is available, you can decide how the format of this particular voucher has to come, whether you want to, buy, or whatever way you want. Similarly, what the receipt. Now I got the sales. Now if you see here, these are the sales. This is the old data, that's why we have the CST and VAT. Now let's go and look at the trial balance. Display trial balance. Now you see here, Alt F1 will give me the detailed trial balance. Now you see the trial balance perfectly tallied, because when we imported, we ensured the opening trial balance was tallied. Not only that, all the debit and credit for each of the 916 vouchers was tallied. That was already validated. So it means I got it tallied trial balance. And let's look at the balance sheet. If you look at the balance sheet, now you see here, I got the balance sheet, which means once I got the data, I can generate any report from Tally in a flash. Similarly, let's look at profit and loss account. Alt F1, you will give me the detail. So all the data, whatever you're getting, now I don't have any stock here. If you're importing stock data, you also need to ensure that the stock vouchers are done. So what I'll do, let me just quickly go back. Now if you see here, import voucher data, and then after that we review the results. This is what we've done. Now let's have a quick summary. Open Tally, select the company. This you already done. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of your Tallysoft. Download the template of sample data of masters, review and add relevant data. And then this could be data could be pertaining to accounting, inventory, cost center, and bill wise. Now similarly, here I can have the masters. This masters could be pertaining to accounting, inventory, or cost center. Then I have the master data of groups, ledgers, and voucher types. This is what we see. I got the template. Then take the sample data and update. Select type of vouchers to import. And then I have the import voucher data. And then I review the results. This is what we have done. Okay. So now let me just show you one quick example before you go further. Now we had this data. Now let's say, how will the inventory data look like? Now same thing, I come to templates, masters. Now I say inventory. If I say inventory, I say open. Now I got this inventory data. Now if you see here, these are all the, now if you see the difference here, we got the groups, ledgers, voucher types. You have to have the units. You have to have the godown, stock groups, stock categories, stock items, currencies. These are the additional items which have to be taken in the case of importing of the inventories, masters. Okay, now let's go back and let's look at the voucher templates. If it is inventory, when I say inventory, I say open. Now, if you see here, we give the guidelines. These are the inventory vouchers. In the case of inventory, we have the ledger name, the item name, quantity. These are the additional fields which need to be captured. The 4 elements additionally we need to be captured. Now, we say this is too cumbersome to add all this data. Is there a other way of converting this voucher directly so that it can convert in standard template and do it? That's what I'm going to show in the next 5 minutes. Okay, now let's close this. Let's say you want to have with the other templates, masters. I want to have with cost centers. Open cost centers. Now you see, in all the cases, in the case of cost center, I got 2 additional things: cost category and cost center. Now let's say I want bill wise. What are the additional elements? Come to masters. Now these vouchers. I come to masters and I say bill wise. I say open. So we got here, if you see here, in the case of bill wise, I also have to give the bill wise ledger name, parent, bill wise on, credit with. These additional settings I need to have. Now let's say I want to have a template which has got all these options. Now I come to masters and I say I want inventory with accounting. Inventory include by default accounting. I got cost centers and I got bill wise. How will the format look like? Now if you see here, you have got groups. Now I'm telling you about the index sheet. Now let me create an index sheet so they get an idea. Now this is the index sheet. This is a very, very useful function. I click on the index sheet. What it does is it adds this index sheet, which means with all the ledger names, and I can navigate. We have got the guidelines, groups, ledger, voucher types, unit, godowns, all this you've seen. Now we also have got the currencies. So it means all the masters created. Can I create it one shot? Yes, you can definitely create it one shot. Now let's also spend 1 minute to just get an idea about how the vouchers will look like when we have this. I come to vouchers. Now I want to look at vouchers with inventory. I've already shown you. Let's look at vouchers with cost center and bill wise. Now if you see here, this is what it will look like. Ledger name, item name. This is for the inventory items, 4 elements. Okay, then we have this additional item which has to be given. Then we have the cost category. There are 4 elements we have to be given. So if you see here, cost category, cost center, CC debit and CC credit. This for the bank and this for the bill wise vouchers. These are additional fields which have to be given. Okay. So the process, as I said, is very simple. What do you do? If you remember, come back to a presentation. There were 7 steps we talked about. Open Tally, select the company, open MS Excel, download the templates. You can have your standard templates, and then after that import the master data. Then after that you import the vouchers. Now you already have an existing company where everything's done. Directly go and create the sample vouchers. Okay, and then based on the vouchers you can import. If the ledger is not available, it'll tell you those ledgers are not available. Add the ledgers by importing only the additional ledgers which are not available, and then you can import the voucher data. And then once you're done, you just check whether everything has been correctly and completely imported. Also ensure that the company in which you want to import data is only open and you're able to confirm the result. Now let's look at a sample case. This is what I was talking about, the Hyundai showroom. It also requires some preparation. Now I want to give you a demo of the conversion of the sales. Okay, now let's come back to this data. I'll come to the Excel sheet where I have this data. Just to show you, it's not very simple format. I can also have complex formats in which I can convert the data. I'm going to show you 2 complex formats and then also show you how to convert other formats. Now you know that once the data is in the required format, it can be imported. So I'm not going to import. I'm just going to show how you can convert. Now this is what I said is the Hyundai showroom. Now they share this data. Now this is the report they get from MS Excel. This is what they get. Now, if you see here, now this has got a blank column, so I delete the blank column. I always keep a copy of what is available, and then after that I do a review. Now these are all the, what we did is, what is the column name, we transpose and paste it here, and we study what are the columns which are required for us. Okay, now they wanted to combine 3, 4 and put it in one. This is where the configure and create was created. If you look at the configure and create function, what I got here, configure and create, let me come to this. If I got one data, let me open one more sheet. This is the data which has been converted. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Now this is the data, sales data which they gave original. We just had to format and get it in the right format. Now if you see, they got the GST invoice number, the GST invoice date, payment type, invoice to, GST number. So you see here, there are a lot of columns available here. Now there are various types of billing they do. We have to decide. Now let me give you the idea. Now here, this is where I said the configure and create could be useful. Although I'm supposed to give the demo later, I'll just show you right now. If you look at this column, E2 TallySoft, and look at configure and create, these are the additional features which are available, which help you. For example, in this case, they want to convert this narration from 3, 4 columns and put it in one. See, now here you got various things. I can combine the columns. I can decide what are the columns I want. For example, they want to combine the, let's say, the vehicle registration number, the model number, the work type they've done, and the service advisor. Now I want to give that as the narration. Okay, and I can also delete the column after it's imported. I can total multiple columns, total multiple rows, rename the existing column, delete selected columns, fix date column with correct format, remove blank or empty rows, or remove blank or empty column. These are the various features that's available in configure and create. Okay, I'm just going to do this one simple thing. So in this case, what I expect to do is, it'll take all these 4 columns, combine them together. Here I forgot to give the column delimiter. I could have given space. In that case, one additional column will be created, and that will be called narration, which will consist of all the 4 fields. Because I'm not given the space delimiter. Now, if you see here, I could have given any of the space delimiter. Okay, in this case, what will happen? One column will be created with all the 4 fields combined together. So this is how I can combine. So sometimes you get the data in a particular format. Now you do not want to do manually. You can use the configure and create to total multiple columns. For example, you got the sales, you got the net sales, and you got the GST, IGST. You want to have the total. You can use the total multiple columns and select these are the columns you want to total. It'll create a new column with the total multiple columns. Is it working? Yeah, there's a lot of data. Let's see, it's already done. No, it's not done. Yes, it's still working. Okay, let's close this. No, it's working in the background. And I could have picked up a simpler example because there's got so many rows. For each of the rows, it has to actually combine these 4 columns. Not only that, these selected 4 columns will move to the end. So when you come here, if it is giving a symbol like this, it means it's actually working in the background. So this is what, in the meantime, let me finish the presentation, which I was talking about. So this is where I'm going to give you a demo of the Hyundai showroom, how you can convert the sales into Tally voucher. I can also convert the purchases. I'll give you a demo of this also. Then you can also convert demo of service and JVs. I'll also demo of bank statement. We'll see in case we have time. I'm going to cover this because there's a lot of presentation webinars where I covered this, how to convert a bank statement. The bank statement could be in a single column or multiple columns. Then we have demo of conversion of receipts and payment. This is also covered in the earlier webinar. We'll see if we can cover. This webinar, I would like to cover more of the complex type of vouchers, and then conversion of payment purchase as journal vouchers. This is a place where I'd like to spend some time. And demo of configure and create is what I'm showing you now. Demo of export to import, this also I'll show. This is very simple. So what does this all mean to you? It's very simple. You can automate import of masters or transactions from MS Excel to Tally and avoid manual data entry and related errors. So the bottom line is it saves time and money and helps to increase the productivity of a team. This is what the summary of Why use E2TallySoft? You should remember that automation requires preparation. This is what I've shown you now. Now you can do more in less time using E2TallySoft. Now we also have intro and demo key features of E2TallySoft. You can also watch the webinar recordings which are available on our website. This closes the presentation. I'm going to close the presentation and focus now more on the demo. Another important thing, whenever you're using these features, I think what should always do is always ensure that only one workbook which you're working is open. This is a mistake I made, so that it becomes faster. Now I've got multiple things, so it's still working in the background. Now if you see here, let me give you an idea. Okay, let me close these files, which is possible. Okay, let's close this file also. Okay. I'll just see for a few more seconds, otherwise we'll kill the process and move further. Now, what happens in this case is whenever you're doing this particular process, it goes to the background and Excel is working. Let's see what's happening. And we can't kill that particular process. We can't abandon the process. The only option is to kill that process if you're not able to finish it. So, but if you do it systematically, there should not be any issues. Let's see, I'll just wait for a few more seconds. Then we'll take a call. Okay. In the demo, before the demo, I actually tested it with only 2 fields. I think I might have made some mistake. We'll do one thing, we'll kill this process. Let's move forward. So how do you kill the process? You know, you're all experts in this. Just close Excel. Now, whenever you get a message like this not responding, it doesn't mean actually Excel is not responding. It could be possible that Excel is actually working. Now, if you see 61.3 MB, it could be possible that Excel is actually working, but if it's slow or it is processing in the background, Microsoft actually puts it as not responding. Okay, let me kill this process. End task. Okay, so we have killed Excel. Now we're going to start Excel again. Another important point, especially when you kill Excel like this, E2TallySoft, it may sometimes Excel may disable that add-in or it gives a message. Let me open this file. Now this is open. Yes. Now here, this what I said, this is the most important thing I said. What we did was we picked up all these rows and then did analysis to see where it will come. Okay, what are the columns should required, not required. Now if you see here, ledger name, we did detailed analysis to check. Okay, now what is the head of account which is there in the Hyundai workshop and what is it available in Tally, whether any change required in the Tally data. Now in the Hyundai software, they can't change it. The only thing is if required, they have to change the data in Tally. For example, this particular date, a new change, a new account to be created in Tally. This is what I said is the preparation. There are also a lot of accounts which just said is not required. And here also we found 28% HGS, 28%. Whereas actually it should be 14% collected. That is the mistake in the software. Okay, this is how we analyze the data. Once we analyze the data, let's see how we actually converted the data into a template. This is a one-time job you have to do. After that, I think you can just save the configuration, whatever you're importing. Let's come to this. This is what you got. Now, if you come here, now this is what is the sales data, which is original. Now, if you see from 25, I already converted it. Okay, now I have got this analysis, which I did, you remember. Then we have the remarks. Okay, what's the remarks based on the study? Then we have the sales data to convert. This is the data. And now I have these, make a copy of the data before conversion. And this is the sales transactions which are converted. Let me just give a quick walkthrough. Now this is the data which is available. Now if you see here, they got the total amount here. If you see the total amount here, 242, 244, 271, 57. Now if you see here, Control Shift End. Now round off, you're not considering. So here total is 244, 271.57. Now if you see here, there are so many columns here. Okay, now I should be able to pick, now wherever the data is available, you should be able to pick only that particular data and then create the number of columns. It doesn't make sense to create one debit with 40 credits with 38 which don't have any values. Now let's see how it's converted. Now if you see here, now you got this one particular bill number, okay, serial number Dayakar, debit is 285, and these are the corresponding credit for this amount. Labor services, GST labor, SGST labor, this is how it was created. Narration, they just wanted the vehicle number, this is what you selected. So you see for all this vouchers, 77 vouchers, this has been converted. Now this gives you statistics of what is converted. You remember 244, 271. Now how do I convert? I'll show you quickly. Now sales data to convert. This is the data to convert. I'm going to use a simple option. E to TallySoft. I use the JVs. Now JVs is the most important function where you can convert any type of voucher if you are able to get the logic of that particular transaction right. Let's minimize this. Now here, okay. This is a voucher. Now first what I do is I connect to Tally and give the company, or I can give the name of the company, let's say ABC. Now GST invoice date, that is the invoice date. Voucher type, I have the GST invoice type, this is the invoice type, which is already studied, which is a column is applicable. Now invoice number is already the GST number. Here let's say I give the narration, there are so many fields. Now I can pick one of them. Let's say in this case, we wanted the consumer type of the party, customer name, RO number, service advisor. Okay, this is what you got. Now here, if you see here, this is a single debit, which means customer name is debited. The amount column is selected, total amount is selected. This clear? The next part is where we have got multiple credits. So I select the multiple credit here. Now, if you see here, there are so many columns. Rather than manually selecting this, I'm going to select everything and I'll deselect what is not required. And I'll show you what I've selected, so it becomes easy for you to analyze. Yes, now if you see all the other things, space 5%, space 12%, 18%, all these are to be selected, except the last column, which is the round off. I don't require the round off. Okay. Now, once I say convert, this will take a few minutes. What it will do is it'll read row by row all the columns and it'll create the accounting voucher. This is what I call as the convert to vouchers, which is a very, very powerful function. So now we're already converting. Now, if you see, this gives you the summary. Now let's look at the statistics. See the beauty. Sum of details 244, 271. Sum of credit 244, 271. The total number of transactions 77. Now this is just gives you a field data. This just gives you overall perspective. Now this is what is the debit and this is a corresponding credit. Okay, now for example, in this invoice, if you see, they actually got so many credits. Now if you see here, similarly for this, there are only 3. Okay, in this case of invoice, we got this particular item. So whatever columns are applicable, it actually dynamically creates this. Now let's say preview vouchers. When I say preview vouchers, this is where it actually converts. Now if you see here, this is where I created the accounting voucher. Now if you see here, for landmark Infotech is debited and spares 18% is credited. Like that, I have all this particular credit. Now how do I import this? I just save this. So once I save this, it'll actually create the vouchers which can be imported into Tally, provided the ledger names are all available and the date is valid. And depending on the voucher number, I can decide how that voucher number is going to be taken. Manually, whatever number is there to be taken, or I can actually create a number. Now, if you see, there's a complex type of voucher which is available in a showroom. I've been able to convert it and save it as a voucher. Now data has been exported. Do you want to open the file? I say yes. Now see, this has been what is done. Now this earlier sales data converted. This is what I've done because earlier I had the data. Now, so this is what has been converted. Now, if you see here, all the mandatory columns, what is available is taken here. Now let's look at the total debit. See the total debit. Now you see the total credit. Now you see here, total debit, total credit. Now if you look at the number, what a date is given is taken here. Now just see, they were spending about 3 to 4 hours for entering the data inside Tally manually every day. Now this can be done within 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, this is about the workshop vouchers. I'll show you one more example. This is also a practical case study from Telangana. where we had the Amazon sale. This company is selling on Amazon, and they're getting a report from Amazon. Okay, this is the sales data to convert. This is the original data they got. So now you see Amazon says September to November, this is what they got. Okay, they did some formatting. Now I also want to show you what are the errors you need to avoid. Now if you see here, in this case, there's a refund that also has been taken, which means it's a sales return. So what they need to do is, I told them, is they need to separate these refunds and put it as separate voucher type and import it separately. Now whenever you're importing, please ensure these total columns, all these are removed. Okay, now if you see here, once I import this data, now I'll tell you what are also the mistake in this. Now there may be so many columns, I need to decide which of the columns which I want to import. See here I have got party ledger and these are the credits. That's all. So now let me show you the data which is converted. Now if you see here, Amazon Limited is debited and B2 sales is credited and IGST is credited. Amazon Limited is debited and B2 sales is credited. Like that is able to create all the vouchers for this. Okay, now this is for accounting. Now later on they said, no, I would like to have inventory also. I said you can import with inventory, convert with inventory also. Now in this case, what did they do? They had to add the additional columns, product description, SKU unit, etc., sale of fabric marks, CGST, SGST, go down, all the data had to be provided. Based on this, we converted sales voucher. Now this is the vouchers which has been converted. Now you see from this standard template, the data has been converted using the sales format. For example, I have the eTallysoft. I got this sales, a purchase. Let me move this here down. Now I have got the sales. I've given demo last time of how to convert sales. I'm not going to show you. I just want to show you the format. Now it will also do a validation, remove the empty rows. It will also validate the column name. And now this is what you get. You enter the company name. Okay, select the date, select the voucher type. Okay, and then you select the voucher number. In this case, they have the invoice number, ledger name, what is to be debited. Okay, now what is debited? Party name debit. Okay, now debit amount will be computed automatically because I don't need to give the debit. I give the narration. In this case, they wanted to give the product description type as a narration, or let's say order ID as a narration. Okay, next, if I go to next, now here is where I can go and select column name, column with the ledger names, or header of the ledger name. In this case, I got the header of the ledger name. What do I have? I have to select the CGST. Now this is the sales column. I have to select sale of fabric or mask. Now here I select the IGST. Do I have IGST? Yes. Similarly, here I have to select again SGST. This is CGST. And then here I select the SGST. Right? And then if there's a TDS process, I can convert. And then as I convert data, now the automatically see it is already converted. Now it gives me the statistics. Now I want to see the preview. It creates the preview. Now this particular Amazon sales, Amazon B2 sales is debited, sale of fabric is credited, CGST is 156 and SGST output is 156. I can just save this as a voucher and I'm ready to import. So this is how you can convert different formats and import it. They also wanted to add narration. Okay, this is what we have seen. Now let's go further. I want to show you some very interesting format. Now here, let's say I've got this bank payments. Even the bank payments, what I got, I've already converted. I've got 4 formats. I think maybe I'll show you a demo of 2 and walk you through the other 2. Now here, if you see, I got the trans ID, trans date, voucher number, voucher type, cost category, and cost center. I got the name of the bank, check number. This is a debit. I can also have other columns. Okay, this is what I've got. Now, if I want to convert, I select this particular option. I make a copy of this. It creates this voucher. This is what is the voucher which has been created. Based on each of the vouchers, what is to be debited and what is credited, and the narration. Okay, let me show you how this is done. I come back to the bank payments to convert. Now here I come back to again eTallysoft. Now I pick up the sales or general voucher. So you should be clear in your mind as to what is to be debited and what is to be credited. Then it becomes very simple. Okay, now here I've got this voucher. Company name, I have to enter the name. Let's say I give it as ABC. Voucher type. Voucher type. Narration, I just give N, it will automatically pick up the narration. This is what I've done. Narration is done. Now this is single voucher. Now here by default it's picked up the wrong account. So I go and select what is debit. So it's always better to ledger name debit, amount paid debit. This is done. Okay, is there any, now here this I think, if they had any debits, I could have selected. In case this I already know they don't have SGST, CGST, so I'm not selected here. Let me pick up name of the bank credit, and then I got here nothing is there. So I'm going to select multiple here, because now in this party name, so what is to be credited? So let's pick up the credit here. Party name credit, name of the bank credit. Okay, and then I got the amount to be credited. This is done. In addition to that, they have TDS which is deducted. Okay, TDS deducted. Then I say convert. This should be able to convert this. Even the bank payment can be converted as a voucher. Now, if you see here, in this case, there's no TDS. So although selected, nothing is selected here. Now I come to the statistics, it gives me the statistics. Okay, I can preview vouchers, it will convert as a voucher. Okay, this is about the bank payments. Now let's go further quickly. Now I come to the cash payments. Now here I've already converted cash payment. So here also you see transaction date, voucher number, voucher type. Now what is the ledger to be created? Okay, in this case, if you see the distinction, now this particular column has the header. Under this, you got separate ledgers. Okay, similarly, the debit has, whereas this particular column has got the amount and individual amount for each of these available. Similarly, here, if you see the ledger name, you got this amount, name, and this is a corresponding debit. So this is similar to what I've done for the bank. Now I can also select the, now let me show you quickly, eTallySoft service JVs. Now, if you're here, I would have asked you to select this. I'm going to give the name of the company. So voucher type, which voucher type is selected. Okay, narration, I give the narration. Yes, narration has come. Now I have to select the debit. I'm just going to select the debit, and I got the ledger amount. This is done. Similarly, here I have to select the credit, which is the credit, petty cash to be credited, amount. Here, cash account to be credited. That's all. Now I say, if I want additional details, I can go to additional details and also give the cost center details. Okay. Or I have bill wise details. I can enter the bill wise details. I can also select the inventory details. When I click inventory details, the required column tabs will come. Bill wise details, the required tab will come. Similarly, if I say cost center details, the required tabs will be there. So if you got the data, you can enter. Not only that, you can also add additional details like buyer name, party name, value date, all these things you can add here. Now I say convert data. It looks like I may take another 5 minutes more because this is very interesting. I want to show you. Now you see, this is how the data is created. I come to statistics. This gives me the statistics. Okay, now I come back here, fill data, and I say I want to see preview vouchers. I can also do preview vouchers. In case I find some of the transactions wrong, I can also go and delete this particular system. Now I say preview vouchers. Now this creates the vouchers. Now I see debit, credit. Now these vouchers can be imported into, I can save this and import inside Tally. This is how you can do the conversion. Now let me show you a little more complex data. Now here I'm going to pick up the rent, payment of rent. Now you're seeing the case of payment of rent. Let's look at the type of transaction they have got. This is the standard template they have adopted. Now you see, you can have your own template depending on the type of the data. Now they have got the rent debit, input IGST, input CGST, SGST. They also got TDS. There are multiple things available here. Okay. And they also got cost center. So this I think will be the last thing I'll show. I'll also show with the cost this one. Cost category and cost center. Now let's see how do we select this. So I come to eTallySoft. Now I pick up the JVs. Okay, now I select, give the name of the company, or I connect to Tally and pick up the company. Voucher type, I give the voucher type. Voucher number by default is taken. I give the narration. Now here, this is very important. Now I should know what is to be debited. It is multiple debit. So first I'm going to debit is the expenditure head debit. Now here I'm going to select the expenditure. Rent amount is to be debited. Expenditure head, This is expenditure head. Where is the amount? Party name, rent debit. Now let's check the net pay amount credit. This is the input, rent debit. Now let's check the columns and see whether we are correct. Expenditure head debit. The rent debit is correct. So I should have actually given rent amount so that there's no confusion, because I have to select the amount here. In addition to that, here I'm going to select the input, and this is the input. No, sorry, this is not TDS, this is the input. So these are to be debited. Okay, now here if you come to here again, multiple debit here. So here what is to be credited? Now if you see here, net pay credit. Okay, not only that, no, this is the amount. So where is the party's name? Party name credit. Now here I have to select net pay credit. Okay, now addition to that, what do I have? I have to select this 194C, 194I, 195. That's what we have got. Now I'm going to come to additional details. Now here I select the cost center details. I go to the cost category. Now here I give the cost center. Now I select the CC debit. So you'll master in a few seconds, a few minutes, a few hours once you've gone through this. Okay. Now I got this data. Now another interesting thing I'll show you. Now you might have standard template which you've developed. You don't want to do the selection every time. What you can do is you can say go and select, save this company. I can go and say save the this one. I can say save configuration. Now let's see if you say save configuration. When I say save configuration, it'll actually save this particular name. In this case, there is an issue. It will give me the name where I can go and save the configuration. Okay, I say convert data. So next time when open, I can directly go and that configuration what has been saved will be available to me. Okay, now I'm converting. See, now you see all this has been converted. Look at statistics. Now let's look at the preview vouchers. See, this is the voucher. See, depending on the columns or the data available, it is actually created office rent. This particular 65,000 input CGST, input SGST, and this a party's name is credited. Okay. Then again, next transaction like that, it has created entries for all these particular vouchers. This is how you can convert. Now, what do? I save this. Now you say yes. Now I save this, and once I've saved this, I can go and import this directly into Tally. Okay, so this is what I want to show you quickly as to how you can even take complex cases and convert into Tally vouchers. I hope you got a good perspective. Let me stop sharing the screen. If you got any questions, I'll be glad to answer. We'll also be making a recording of this webinar available to you so that we can review. Any questions? So thank you very much and see you in the near future. Tomorrow I'll be doing a webinar on TCAT where I'll be talking about how you can export vouchers from Tally to Excel. Now you might have seen some of the features of TCAT already available in Tallysoft. Thanks a lot for the compliments, Kapil. See you in the near future. Day after tomorrow, Saturday, I'm doing a webinar on how to use ECAT and SoftCAT for bank audit. This will be part 2 of the presentation where I'll cover practical case study of a bank branch audit, pick up the sample data for a bank branch and show you how you can perform various types of audit tests and analytics using the software. It could be data analytics software like ECAT, or it could be any other software like SoftCAT. Okay, so thank you very much and see you tomorrow or in the future. Bye.